Mr. Afeez Ramoni, the Chief Information Officer of NGX Group. Mr. Afeez Ramoni is a distinguished professional renowned for his extensive expertise in the intersection of financial services and technology. He has a bachelor's degree in computer science and economics from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, a postgraduate degree in data science and business analytics from the University of Texas, and an executive management certificate in data monetization from MIT Sloan School of Management. Mr. Afeez possesses a solid academic foundation completed by practical experience. In 2012, Mr. Afeez assumed a pivotal role at the Nigerian Stock Exchange as the development lead, instrumental in orchestrating the implementation of a state-of-the-art trading platform. Throughout his tenure at the NSC, he assumed various responsibilities, culminating in his tenure as the acting head of market services, where he exhibited exceptional leadership and strategic acumen. He returned to the NSC post-demutualization as NGX Group, and he assumed the mantle of head of digital data and digital innovation, where his visionary ideas propelled the organization towards new horizons in data monetization, strategic partnerships, and innovative solutions. Since his appointment as the Chief Information Officer in January 2024, Mr. Afeez has continued to champion digital transformation initiatives, driving innovation and spearheading the organization's technological evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's make welcome a man of many degrees and a solid performer, Mr. Afeez Ramoni.
Afternoon, everyone. Thanks very much, FCSL, for inviting me, and I want to say a big congratulations to you. 30 years is no joke in this market. Not many names you knew back then still exist today. Coincidentally, the 30 years also align with the era that we call the millennials today. And I'm happy and congratulate you that you are still operating in this era. Okay, all right, so next slide, please. Okay, so let's start from the market overview. Nigerian Exchange Group, as it's called today, consisting of 3 affiliates, Nigerian NGX Regulations, NGX Exchange, that's the operating company, and the real estate, a relatively small one. As 153 listed companies, year to date, 530 million shares have exchanged hands, totaling 11 billion on an average, daily average, right? Today, we see market participants in the local space, 80%, foreign space, 20%. Last year, all through last year, the foreign participation in this market was just 11%, right? And just before last year, it was barely around at 14%. So we can see some changes. The harmonization of the FX seems to be having little changes, little impact in the market. Next slide, please. All right, so economic indicator, as Dr. Folabi has said, we've seen exchange rates high, interest rate, inflation rate, GDP, growth rate minimal expected. Then foreign direct investment, very minimal increase, very, very minimal in the first quarter of 2024. Next slide. All right, so the regulatory environment, I'm very glad that Mrs. Afsat said a lot about how regulation has been enabling business, right? We have seen this time and time over. The regulators have stepped up to the game in terms of, aligning and enabling. In fact, when this park was being prepared, the logo of the regulator there was a hammer. So I asked to ask, go and change it. It's no longer hammering anybody. So they are enabling business. So the Security and Exchange has introduced new regulations aimed at enhancing regulation. So recently, the exchange, we are about to launch a platform where primary issuance, so this banking recapitalization, will ride on this platform. And this platform is extremely API-centric. It means that we distribute API to market participants, including banks, in such a way that their customers, this symbol, their customers can ride on their online banking mobile app to subscribe to our primary offers and rights. So this is a game changer. It's a step ahead, and this has not been possible. It couldn't have been possible without the support of SEC. So a round of applause for SEC, please. All right, part of what we just also tried in the market is the USSD. USSD has been around for a couple of years, but none of the players in the market has implemented one, right? So this has opened our eyes to what the real issues are, right? So we say awareness. We've seen that access is a major problem. Like I asked a guy one day, I discovered this guy, gamble, do all these gambling platforms. Why do you do this thing? He said, you can't escape it. That is all over the place. That wherever he turns to, he's seen one gambling platform. So access is very key. So access, awareness, how do we get, so today in this market, which platform really educates investor or potential investors like the way they want to be educated, like the way they want to be informed about the capital markets? Not so many people can really sit down and be, going through financials or understanding any per share or no. You have to give it to them the way they understand it. Let me give an example. Forex market today. Why are Nigerians trading Forex? Is it easier than equity? It's not. But you will see platforms where they do demo trade and they gain. So those are the things that we have seen as major issue. Just before I stepped in here, I still received an email through this 5474. So once you send this code, we receive mail. The target broker or trading license holder also receive mail. And this one just said, I want to buy Fidelity shares. Not more than that, no story. He just said, I want to buy Fidelity shares. Some will say, I want to trade. How do I start trading? They don't want stories. They just want you to communicate to them in a way that they understand, in a way that is easy for them. Nobody has time again. It's a fast-moving world. So speaking about the digital gateway platform, it's a game changer. It's going to be launched in a couple of days from now, having received the SEC approval yesterday. So we're going to be seeing the interplay of the capital market and the banking industry, right? We are really lucky, yeah. So we say we are in a very good era where recapitalization is happening, being powered by technology, and with the exchange at the center of it, and with SEC providing the regulatory backup. So we are going to be seeing shares being distributed very easily from your palm, from your digital and mobile devices. So now let's go into technology in the capital markets. So adoption of electronic trading is no longer a new thing. Trades happen 100% electronically. And really, it's not everybody that knows. We had a seminar last year, and right there on the seminar, I put a question there for the participant in the seminar at the exchange to confirm if they know that they can trade right from the comfort of their homes and offices. Only 50% knew, right? Out of about 300 people, only 50% knew that just like you can do your internet banking from your mobile devices, you can do the same thing on trading. So what does that tell us? The gap is awareness. People are not aware. People don't know about capital markets. People do not know, right? Right. So we've seen over 90% trades done remotely. Brokers rarely come to the exchange again. In fact, if you want them to come to the exchange for free, you don't charge them anything. They would rather pay to stay remote. After COVID, life has changed generally, right? So everybody likes their privacy. Everybody likes to stay in the comfort of their homes and offices or wherever they are. People even travel and they have remote access. With VPN access, brokers can access the exchange. Then we've also seen an increase in the number of retail accounts. Today in the capital market, there are over 15 million accounts. So I want to give you how the level of our data that should tell us that we need to do a lot. Over 15 million accounts in the capital market, going by CSS records. As of last year, less than 1 million are active. And why are they not active? KYC issue, legacy issue, people don't have complete information, so they are not active. After the introduction of some retail-facing channels, we've seen an increase up to like 1 million. Only less than, despite the activities in the markets last year, only less than 100,000 retail investors participated in the market. In Nigeria, a population of over 200 million people. 1 million, less than 100,000 people participated. Retail. I'm not adding the pension fund and other big buy side. So 70% of retail investors use mobile. This is not debatable to manage their portfolios. The market accessibility and inclusion. So technology-driven initiatives have led to increase in market accessibility. And for those that know, so we need to bridge that gap between the capital market operators not advertising and the awareness. So because the regulation says you can't advertise, then does the regulation says you cannot make people aware, right? So it's very, very important. So you release a product, right? You need to tell people about the product. What does it do? Let the world know what the product does, right? So we need to bridge that gap. We need to be able to manage it. Another issue. So I've spoken about access, awareness. The most important thing after you have access, awareness, is customer experience. The customer experience starts from the journey. It starts from the journey of the customer on the application. So say, for instance, your application keeps breaking down. There is no way. You're already communicating. You don't have to call the investor to say, please buy, this thing is going up or down. The investor is on your app, does not have visibility into what is happening in the market. You are already communicating something by not communicating the right thing, right? Then, I will speak to this later. There is also personalized communication. Say, for instance, I have ABC in my portfolio. I don't need to know about XYZ that is paying dividend in the next couple of months or in the next couple of days. But if you tell me that these guys that you have in your portfolio are paying dividend, maybe that would make me to look at that period and say, okay, when they pay dividend, do I really need the dividend, or I should just take the capital gain, or should I just wait for the dividend then? So this is what, informs the investor to say, let me take a decision, right? And it deepens the market. Recently, NIPS joined the technology game in the capital markets. There's now a platform where investors can input their BVN, their date of birth, and account number, and the shares they have. They'll be paid their dividend automatically. That's if they don't want to go through their registrars and other players. Because the issue of unclaimed dividends is something that we are also trying to solve on the platform that we are going to launch very soon. We want, moving forward, unclaimed dividend should be 0, and the existing one to be almost 0 as well. Because there is no point investing. So Nigerian investor back in the days, this is how they used to invest. They used to invest in shares, like they are buying land. You can buy land and forget. So my father-in-law just died. We saw a lot of certificates, right? Dividends, information from United Security, but he died. He lived a very funny investment life. At his old age, he was still investing for his mom. Do you understand? He died at 82. At around 70, he was investing for someone that was like close to 90. What's the point, right? So it's that investment education that he lacked, obviously. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits. Technology can be expensive to start, especially if you are investing in cloud technology today. Exchange rate will tell you, right, that you need to optimize things. You need to hire people that can really optimize your cloud implementations. So, but technology will give you efficiency in the way you do things. Today, I keep talking about this platform that we're going to launch very soon. However, let's talk about the lack of it. The registrar will tell you what they have been going through before now when public offers, are done via paper means, right? The fact that this is going to take away the pain of reconciliation is enough for them to buy in or to key into this. Then cost reduction, ultimately, right? Ultimately, cost will reduce. So by the rules, you are supposed to inform the investor or your shareholder of corporate actions or right offering, right? With electronic means, you don't have to carry paper all over the place. You can send mail. It's just recently that I know that there's anything called registrar account number. So, and I got to know because we struggled. We struggled to harmonize shareholders' information between registrar and broker. So the broker works with CSS account number. They also work with CHN, clearinghouse number. The registrars have a lot of information without CHN. They have a lot of information without BVN. They have a lot of information without CSS account number, right? But they have one thing that is unique, registrar account number. So, and I personally have received a couple of messages from registrars. I never looked so keenly to know that there was anything registrar account number. So it turned out to be a very unique identifier in that space. However, the CSL on their side, they don't have that. So there needs to be a way to harmonize. So cost reduction is very key as a benefit from technology, because the way you do things, you do away with a lot of papers. You spend less because you rely on internet to communicate to your target audience, right? Improve accessibility, very key. Yeah, despite the fact that those gambling platforms are all over the place, they also leverage USSD. Baba Jabu did USSD some 2-3 years ago, just to reach out to many more, right? So enhance transparency, right? By the time, before now, just around that 2012, 2015, people used to struggle to get contract notes, maybe until the following day. But now contract load is like a SMS alert, right? Immediately you trade. In fact, when you key in trade, some brokers will give you some information immediately via email. Order entered, new, status new. Then they will be taking you through the order life cycle from new, maybe it's partially filled, maybe it's fully filled. They will give you all this information. And at the end of the day, you get your contract note, boom. So things are now very easy, right? So then increase retail participation. You can't drive scale, right, without technology. It's not possible. There is no name that you have. Today, we have a couple of brokers on the USSD platform. But there is a particular broker whose name has driven more, customer to their side because of technology. So if they didn't have something like that, and brokers will say, we are working for you, that they are working for the exchange. But the last time I met an ED from there, I said, guys, we are getting a lot of customers now. I said, what can we do? So the story is changing because we provided a platform that they rely on right? To get more customer and enhance investor experience. This is where the customer experience starts. If you have a very robust application where checking your portfolio is not a problem, funding is not a problem, you want to, that's deposit is not a problem, then you want to withdraw is not a problem. Now, going a step higher, you know my portfolio, you know my investment mindset, right? Because you've related with me over and over. You know my investment mindset. So you know that there is a listing that is coming. You should be able to personalize information for me to consume. You should be able to also personalize information for me based on my portfolio. Say, for instance, some stocks in my portfolio, they are doing bonus, or any corporate action, they are doing dividend, right? So these are areas that you can improve customer experience. Then challenges, data privacy tops this list, especially now. Everybody knows in Nigeria sometimes we want to fall victim before we act. You know, we all read the FIJ reports from that started some months ago by Fisayo Soyombo. I follow the guy on Twitter. Data privacy is now very, very key. Is strong now because there are regulations around it. So there is Nigeria data protection regulation around data protection. Is very, very important. And in a country where security is a challenge, data privacy is extremely, extremely key, right? I can't overemphasize this. Then cyber security threat. So that's one thing, the sad thing about technology. As you are planning to digitalize your maybe paperwork, you also need to start planning against the threat of cybersecurity, because some people just want to create drama, some just want to cash out, they want to hold you to ransom, right? So this is also very important. Then regulatory challenges, right? So these regulatory challenges, I'm happy that Mrs. Afsa spoke about it, because it's something that we have also discussed in the market, right? Today, why do I need the tons of personal information to open accounts, right? When in bank, all I need to open another bank account is BVN. There is a limitation to what I can do, I agree, but they have what we call a tier account structure. So if I'm just providing my name, my date of birth, and basic information, maybe I can't do business, or I can't transact more than 30,000 naira, right? That's understandable. But because I've already keyed in, right, I would have to bring more KYC information. So we should limit, we should reduce, and I'm happy that there is already a committee that is working on that. We should reduce the barrier to entry, right? When we reduce the barrier to entry, people will participate and want to participate more when they have a good experience, right? When they participate more, they will bring many more. In fact, you need to know them more as they invest more. Then technology disparity, of course, this is a challenge in technology. What somebody in Lagos enjoys in technology is not someone maybe in Zungeru or somewhere that is remote. So technology is, it favors the urban area more. Then reliability and stability. This is what we have seen. We saw during the cash crunch, some of the big names were really exposed because of the scale. Many people want to do cashless transaction, but even banks were exposed. Right. So then let's talk about the next gen investor. Who are the next gen investors? Right. So they want to see investments not only about making money, but about creating a better future for themselves. Now, the age group, I had a conference, I went to a conference recently, and I met Mohammed Fouani, that's the LGMD. And he told me that abroad, by 18, people are already investing, people are already buying things. But in Nigeria, the trend he observed was that people don't start buying things and investing until they are like 32. And it's the reality of our economy, it's the reality of where we are, right? Because you have to be independent, go to school, finish, then get settled. Then it's when you start having children, say, let me start thinking about the future. That's when you even start getting money, right? So then they're in the range of degree holder or undergraduate, mostly tech savvy, or employed, and 1 out of 3 trade crypto, right? Uh, This fact below is from Reuters and the BBC that Nigeria ranked third after the US and Russia in crypto trading, right? And Nigerian crypto in 2023 grew to 56.7 billion in dollars. Nigerian participation in crypto. Now, how much of this should have gone to capital market, right? And why not capital market? Why are they investing there? Why are they attracted to this? Largely due to the level of fluctuation. That's understandable. But interaction with some retail investors have shown that many of them are really not aware of what is happening in the markets, and some of them want to participate, right? So their goals is to achieve financial independence and long-term wealth. Invest in companies that align with their personal values. They want to stay informed, and they want to utilize convenient and efficient digital platform. This is very key, right? They are frustrated with hidden fees, lack of reliable real-time information, limited access to impactful and diversified investment portfolios or opportunities, and technical glitches. Yeah, so because this is a fast-moving era, you open your phone, you had a different intention of picking up that phone, then you get another message. You are distracted already. Maybe, you just got a notification from YouTube, or then you forgot the reason that you are really opening that phone. So I've seen this firsthand, right? So one of my neighbors wanted to open accounts. She spent 3 days just, navigating. What I saw, very simple thing. When we want to select date, sometimes we use this widget, date widget, that say you pick here. This woman struggled with it. Yeah, she struggled with it, and I had to take it. So I said, so we should have even made this simple. Now maybe the brokerage company should have made it simple. Yeah, months. Because the end goal is the end goal. You want that investor on your side. You want that customer to create account. So, but sometimes sophistication makes things difficult, right? Especially you need to consider the target audience. So the impact of next gen investor on capital markets, just like we have seen, following the relative withdrawal of the foreign players in the markets, we've seen a growth or increase in participation in foreign players, right? So we expect an impact, increase in market participation, of course, and liquidity. The participation of a young investor, the savvy investor, will increase trading volume and market liquidity. Then adoption of digital platform. So the demand from next generation investor for seamless digital experience will accelerate the adoption and development of advanced trading platform. So this point, and I'm happy, before I came here, I opened the FCSL website on my phone. I observed that it's very friendly and also responsive. So there are some websites that you open. When you open it on mobile, it will be cutting off some section of the page. So I said, well, these guys are stepping up to the game, right? So it was also responsive. So I don't need a mobile app in most cases. So how many mobile apps can you possibly have on your phone, right? So if I have a responsive web page, and responsive means that if I view it on this screen, I'm okay. If I view it on my phone, I'm okay. I can see everything. So I said, okay, this is very cool. So that digital experience is very key to, the interest of the next gen investor in the market. Then the shift in investment trend. Mrs. Afsa spoke about the RI initiative at SEC, and I can also attest to that because the exchange has also participated in it. We are also on it right now. So the hunger or thirst for digital products like digital real estate, can you tokenize real estate, tokenize security, is beginning to gain interest of the next generation investor. And not only that, even foreign investors are very much interested in this space. Then regulatory adaptation, which she has spoken about. She spoke about some of the players I will not mention. You know that those digital brokers, so digital sub-broker, one of them joined the market. They went live like 2 months ago. And just in the 3 months ago, just in the second month, my colleagues called me that their names are appearing on the top broker. I say, how? They should not be appearing. They should, because they are sub-broker. So you should make sure that you tie their orders and trade transactions to their main broker. But that tells you something. There are things they did right. And because their target is the Gen Z millennial, right? So they own some risk. They know that people are not patient. So what they do is that trade settle in T+3. They tell you that trade settle in T+0, T, right? So if you trade today, if you sell today, you get the money. You want to buy another one, you get it back immediately. If you want to get the cash, you get it immediately. They will give you, right? However, they bear the risk. So we told them that, guys, go and tell the world that trade settle T+3, but you are responsible for your customer. That's an experience thing they are working on. Although the market is also working to reduce the trade settlement cycle. Another experience is the onboarding. Their onboarding pattern is very different. You won't have to go through, once you get your BVN, the integration allows them to get some basic information from NIPS, and they use it to open CSS accounts that day or following day, depending on how CSCS responds, the investors start trading. So it's very, very straightforward, right? Then influence of social media. This one is very, very key, right? So very, very key. And we test it, periodically. When we've done, we've had a couple of spaces on investments, just about awareness. We bring a broker, maybe a social media influencer in this space like Kalu Aja and the rest. When you go online and do that, you will see email. You will see email through *5474. People start opening account through one broker or asking questions about the market. So this is very, 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 very important. So social media has come to stay and has changed the way people get along with things. So how do we engage? So indirectly, we have spoken about all this. We leverage the next-gen investor with digital platforms, reliable, stable, robust, and, platform with a lot of concern for customer experience. Customer experience is very important. So enhance transparency and trust. You trade, you get your breakdown of trade, the volume, the value, the transaction cost, and everything. Then you continue to engage with educational resources. So this financial literacy is a gap that we have not really seen a major player. There are pockets of educational platform, but not major, just like you have it in the Forex, right? Then promote community engagement. We do that, go to colleges and stuff like that. But really, technology is the main driver. Technology is the main driver. Then utilize social media and offer innovative financial products, ESG, thematics and sectoral ETF, and robo-advisors. So we have a couple of case studies. Even in Nigeria, there are a couple of case studies, right? Many open their accounts, their bank accounts in school, and there is a particular bank that started at zero balance, right? So that bank today still own those customers, but no longer as students, but as employees making money, right? So the status of that bank as at those years is not the same as at today. So it's because they thought about it, how can they take advantage of the opportunity? Because it was a challenge to open an account. Then you need like 500,000 naira to open an account. But they came in at zero balance. But today, they can't even support, they are even struggling to support the number of customers. So we have this case study in the US, Robinhood. They democratized trading, a lot of financial information on their website, and also zero commission, which is not necessarily the case. I think awareness is key, but they did zero commission because US is more advanced than this place, so that could woo people. Another one is the West Simple, the robo-advisor. I'm glad that at least we have one robo-advisor in the capital market here. Those are the recommendations. So focusing on the trends, we talk about predictive analytics and machine learning, algorithmic trading, AI-driven personalization, right? So personalized communication is very key. I've spoken about that. And blockchain and distributed ledger, this will change the game when implemented in capital market, because settlements will become easier, will become faster, right? And we need to do the balance. We need to draw the balance with identity management as well, because part of what drives participation in the crypto world is, limited identity declaration and stuff like that. So, and enhance security and transparency. We can't overemphasize that. Then growth of ESG and sustainable investing. So ESG is becoming a very major area in investment world, even up to board level. Okay, your board must have ESG understanding, certifications, and stuff like that. A digital and mobile trading platform. Today, the exchange allow trade to happen via fixed protocol, financial information exchange, for disseminating market data and also to route orders. So really, there is 360 degree view or straight through processing. So you put in your order, it goes through the pipe, the connection of your broker to the exchange. The order is executed, you get your trade, you get your contract note, is executed, then go to the platform, you request for your money. Easy and very straightforward. So today, you can open an account with any of the markets intermediary, the trading license holders, and start trading on your own, right, by watching the market. Okay, the policy recommendations. We thank God that our regulators are here. Of course, strengthening disclosure requirements promotes real-time data access. The exchange also plays a role here. Then improving regulatory framework, talking about the tier account structure, smart KYC, then implement regulation technology solution, RegTech, just to enable innovation. Then support fintech development. This is already been done, and I want to see more in this space. Promote blockchain and distributed ledger transaction technology rather. So this is a game changer for settlement experience. Then strengthen investor protection mechanism, expand financial literacy program. This is very key. Then promote sustainability, enhance market infrastructure and accessibility. This is what the exchange is currently doing with support of SEC. Before now, you buy shares. It started in 2021 that we were able to do electronic issuance of primary market offering. So, but moving forward, that game has finally changed. Moving forward, after the SEC blessing we got yesterday, Then promote cross-border investment and integration. There are, I can say there are efforts in this space. So there is a WACMIC initiative that allows trading to happen between Nigeria and West African countries. So we did like a test live trade a couple of years, like 2 years ago, between Ghana and Nigeria. So what this entails is a broker is there, the broker is in Ghana, they trade on behalf of their customer. So the market, the Ghanaian market is visible to you here. The Nigerian market is visible. So we believe this will promote participation in the capital market, in West African capital market. All right, so diaspora is investing is also very important. None of us can say we don't know the impact of Japa syndrome on the economy. But if you look at the other side, what can we benefit from Japa syndrome? Today, the annual remittance of Nigerians to Nigeria is about 20 billion, right? The last year, right? It's about 20 billion. Now, how much of those remittances come into the capital market as investments? What can we do to woo the 15 million diasporans who are in Canada, US? Some of them actually call, they want to invest, right? How can we take advantage of this, right? Then the investment opportunities there is creating structured investment opportunity for the diaspora. Also, we need to be mindful of the location, and also diaspora bond, real estate, and stuff like that. I believe I'm sharing this especially for the market intermediaries to look at it as an opportunity for the market and Nigeria as a whole. Thank you very much.